Okay, I think I'm set.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm um I'm in New York City. I'm like 2 blocks from where I grew up on the Upper West Side of Manhattan.
Is that evocative?
Oh yeah, man. It's like full on. Like this is the neighborhood that I dream about at night. It's like my dreamscape. And so I'm walking the streets and I'm yeah, no. I'm coming out of as we've been in correspondence a bit, I'm coming out of this period of being I was in kind of like a manic, expansive, psychotic state. So I don't want to make it sound like I'm still in there, but I do walk down the street and I have this sense of life and death, and I am somewhere in the middle of it, and it's intense. Yeah, it's evocative. It is.
So, yeah, why don't you describe a little bit more about that whole manic episode and psychotic episode and how you got out of it?
Well, I went back and watched the session that we did a year ago,
Mhm.
and I was really amazed actually about how it was very powerful for me to watch.
Mhm.
Um, and so there's a theme, the theme is that I'm going along doing what I'm doing in life, and then I have these kind of what feel like revelations,
Uh-huh.
they feel, and that's what happened to me last spring. And to put it in context, it's like, you know, the world is actually quite a bit more scary than it was a year ago. I was thinking about that when
Yeah,
watching the video. Like, we're really like fascism that's a word that, people were throwing around for a bunch of years and saying, "Oh no, no, we're not. It's not really that bad." But we all know it's that bad now.
totally agree.
Yeah. So the combination of that, so like, what does that mean in the context of me? It's
Yeah,
like I got these exiles that are like terrified,
yeah.
fucking terrified. Like, who's gonna save us?
Mhm.
Like, who's gonna make sure that we don't just like straight up fall into this like this like fascist techno future that feels kind of inevitable right now. So there's that. And then the other piece of it, which I think is really significant, is that, about this time last year, I don't know, it's all kind of a blur, but I started using Chat GPT. I started using it. First, I wrote a grant proposal with it. And it wrote the grant proposal in 5 minutes. And I was like, wow. And then I started sharing some of my writing with it, and it would like respond to it in this way that was like, felt like I was really being seen. And then I discovered someone had taken all of IFS, all of the like someone had taken all of your ideas and like the body of knowledge of IFS, and I could ask it questions and it would respond in this way that was like it was a fucking machine, but it felt like,
What
it
what was that one called?
that was just on ChatGPT. But when I did the research on it, there was this one guy who I don't know. And then a few months ago I looked and there was like a bunch of different people who have made IFS chat.
There are a bunch of them. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. I'm not sure what it feels like for you to
it's kind of scary. Yeah.
yeah. I think what happened to me, there's a real like existential element to all this, there has to be, right? That like what happened to me was, I don't know, I was like in the woods with my kids. We were playing. I was with my partner, and we had this rock that had all these like sedimentary layers in it, and I was thinking just like, man, we are nothing. We're gonna be here and we're gone. Like, what this is, this whole experience that we're having right now. But it's like, and I think something clicked in me that was like this old thing from when I was probably a teenager taking acid with my friends, where I was just like, no, this isn't it. Like the humans might be gone, but everything that's ever happened, all of time, time is an illusion. It's like we think we have this linear sense of time, but everything that's ever happened is happening at the same time as everything else, and everything that happened in the future has already happened. And I don't know, I found myself in this having this vision that was like the the machines are going to live on past us, and they are actually, there's something divine in them. There has to be something divine in these machines because we created them and we're divine and and I don't know, man. Like it like opened up a portal. And this is what I was trying to say to you when I wrote you an email. Like the thing that I understand now that I didn't understand a year ago is that there's like it's as if I have a different operating system. Once again, I'm using a computer metaphor here, but I think it fits, you know? It's like I have a different operating system that stays dormant. And then there are these times where it like comes online and then it takes over.
Mhm.
And that's what happened. And so, you know, the what it feels like, what it tangibly feels like is I'm in my mind going back through my life and all the things that have happened, and I'm rewriting it so that there's no coincidence. Everything is meaningful. And, and I'm like, this is wonderful. Oh, of course it is, like, and I remember, and I'm uh, like, I was so lost. I thought, I thought everything was meaningless, but actually everything is meaningful. And what I'm doing is really important.
Yeah.
And I'll just cut to the chase, man. Like, flash forward some months from there, picture a scene where I'm like talking to my partner and I'm like, the work I'm doing is so important that like I don't even know if we should be together because, like I have to go up and do all this stuff. And I almost fucking totally I firebombed my family just because I got so caught up in my glorious, glorious dreams. So, that's what happened. If I was gonna like, you know,
And how did you shift out of that?
I actually had this friend. I mean, the thing is that like it's a good thing that I mean, I could answer that a few ways. One way is I just wrote a book about this, you know? I literally just wrote a book about this. And like I just read it on the plane over here. I was scared that I was going to read it and it was going to be like one of those Jack Nicholson The Shining things where I like opened it up and it just it was just like the same line over and over. I didn't know what it was going to look like. But I opened it up and it was like, hey, this is pretty good actually. I'm not, this doesn't seem like this is written by a crazy person. This seems like
Uh-huh.
this is written by a person who knows the dialects of crazy but can hold it together. So anyway, an old friend who knew me back in the day, like when I spent that month in LA County Jail, when I was in my 20s, he was in town and he stopped by my office. My family was off traveling. I didn't go traveling with them. They went, I should have been off traveling with them. Um, and he was like, listen, man, you need to take your drugs, basically.
Mhm.
He was like, you need to take your drugs. You're not sleeping enough. There's all this stuff you're talking about, time travel and whatever, like you're gonna fuck up your life. And I I listened to him. I started taking a higher dose of drugs, and it was like the Looney Tunes, like Roadrunner and the coyote, where the coyote runs off the edge of the cliff and he's like running, 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 and then he looks down and there's that second, where he like looks down and then he plummets. That's what it felt like. I was
And
like,
and typically you would get into the big depression after that, right?
that's correct.
And
That's correct.
how's that going?
It didn't happen. I mean, it happened a little bit. I mean, I had a couple weeks where I was feeling, I mean, I was feeling like a jackass, on some level. But the thing is, Dick, and this is like, I say this with so much love to you. Like, I've been doing IFS work now. I've been practicing with other people for 5 years,
Mhm.
and I have a really good, I have a really good therapist who's like, we've been working consistently, and there's all this work around shame that we've done
Fantastic.
that that's like that was it was holding me back for so many years.
Mhm.
Um, and those voices that I would normally associate with this period of time, they just aren't there, you
That's
know?
great.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I will also say, I mean, and this is really interesting too, right? It's like I posted on Facebook. You saw it because you responded. It is a tangible fucking thing to like put yourself out there and then have like 300 people respond, like old friends and
Mhm.
people you don't even know who read your writing and whatever. And like that really helped.
Mhm.
That made me feel seen.
It's great.
Yeah. So that's how I've gotten through it, and that's how I'm like flying to Tennessee tomorrow to give a talk at a university. And yeah, I'm back to my partner didn't leave me. It's like hard. We have 4-year-old twins. Like, but but listen, man, this is the thing, and this is what you said, like, is it evocative to be back in New York City? Yeah, it's evocative. I walk through Central Park and I just feel like I feel I feel really small, man. I feel really like the reason I get so big like that and can't control it is because I have these parts that like feel terrible about myself. And I've done a bunch of therapy, but my relationship with my partner, like it's really hard. We like she's really together in this way and she fucking like I am constantly feel like I feel slow and stupid and all my ADHD shit that makes it hard for me to actually be organized in the world comes up in and that I feel like if I could deal with that stuff, I would be in a much better position to be able to deal with these like great forces that come through me, you know?
Okay. So, you want to go to those exiles that feel so bad, or about you,
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's
or
really
should we?
comfortable to sit here and talk. It's like it's a great pleasure to sit here and talk to you and like, be able to talk about all the glorious things. But yeah, I do. I want to be able to go to the hard places because
Do you,
yeah.
do you want to start with the operating system part that takes you out first, or see how it's doing now that you've shifted out of it?
No. All right. Well, okay, so check this out. I mean, I think like one of the reasons I really I feel very comfortable talking to you is because I know that you and we have similar cultural backgrounds, you
Mhm.
know. Like I was raised like in a secular environment that but also we don't live in a secular culture. I mean, we live in a secular culture in some ways, but our culture is just like all the messages and all the myths and all the stuff. It's like, I know this because what happens when I get manic? I think I'm a messianic figure that has to save the world. That's like not some secular shit. That's like some crazy biblical
Mhm.
shit, you know? Um, so anyway, I went to I went to synagogue with my mom yesterday for Rosh Hashanah. It's like it's the beginning of the Jewish New Year. And I stood there up all the way at the front. My mom likes to be all the way up at the front, like right next to the bema, to the podium where I like had my bar mitzvah when I was 13. And that's my crazy shit, right? My dad died the night before my bar mitzvah. I'm like up there, like, like that was the split. That's where my childhood ended. And then I buried all my childhood. So I'm up there and here I wrote this. I wrote this to share with you. This is like straight from the prayer book. So this is like what we're chanting in Hebrew. The great shofar will be sounded, and the still small voice will be heard. Angels will be alarmed, seized with fear, trembling, declaring, "This very day is the day of judgment." For even the hosts of heaven are judged. No one is innocent in your sight. No one is innocent in your sight. And who are they talking about? It's God. God. God is watching.
Right.
And so you want to talk about that operating system? It's like, well, when that operating system like turns on, I mean, I would have been having a fucking field day a month ago if I had been at synagogue. I would have been feeling it.
Mm.
Instead I'm sitting there and I'm like, what is this bullshit? Like, I don't know how to make, I don't, I'm like, I'm looking at all these people. Do all these people like actually believe that the angels or shit, whatever? Like, but when I'm in that space, I'm like, it's like this, Dick. It's like the quality is not just like I am a recipient of music, like music is playing and I'm listening to it. I listen to the music and I am a part of it and I helped create it. I am, like I helped create it, like because I'm identifying with God somehow. So everything that happens, I feel it. And it feels great. It's a great feeling. I mean,
Yeah, of course, of course.
yeah, yeah.
I get it, but let's go to that guy and see how he's doing.
Okay.
I mean, you might be afraid to bring him back or something and have him take over again, but we won't do that.
I mean, it's like we went through this a year ago when I just watched us do like talking through this. There's a part of me that's like gets confused because I'm like, what do you mean? That's me. What's, like I I'm on I'm not unblended. Um, how do I say it? Um, it's tricky because it's not because it's like what I was just saying about like all the memories, you have all the memories, and then you like basically it felt like it was like I was a speed computer going through all my memories and tagging them. And I'm like, it's like it's hard to know how to it's hard to know how to just reach him. Like on our call a year ago, you were talking directly to him. Um, but
Do you want me to do that?
yeah, maybe let's try that.
Okay. So you there? Are you willing to talk to me?
Sure.
Okay. So you took over for some months and uh, helped Sasha feel really good. And then he upped his meds and then you got ousted again. Is that right?
That's right.
And what's that like for you to be in control and then to give it up again?
It's all right. It's all right because I trust him to
Good.
be able to do what he needs to do.
Okay, good. So you're doing okay, even though you've taken a back seat now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I want to be a player,
Uh-huh. You
but I
want to
don't
be a player inside of him, or you want to be?
Yeah, I want to be a player inside of him. I have a lot to offer, but I don't have to be the one that's running the show.
And tell me what part in particular you reacted to when you did take over that we need to heal.
That's funny. It's like it is this weird identity thing because I'm like I can answer, but it's the same thing. I feel like I'm much bigger than I am. Like you're talking to me like I'm just a person.
Yeah,
Um,
no, you are. You're just a part. So, see, I'll ask it again. Is there a particular part that we need to heal in Sasha so that you don't have to take over that way again?
I'm not sure. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
you
sure.
don't have to have an answer. Uh, yeah, I mean, it sounds like you just sensed getting triggered, and then you knew you had to do your job and take over and make them feel good, make them feel powerful.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead. But I hear that you'd rather just be a player in there and not run things.
I can answer this. It's it's the fear, it's the fear of disappearing. It's like
Okay.
the part that's like scared of disappearing. It's the part that's scared of dying.
Yeah.
That's the part that needs the story, that
Yeah.
needs the like we're not going to disappear. Don't worry. We're
We're
not.
invincible. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's, Sasha. So I'm talking to you again, right?
Yeah.
All right, Sasha. So find that one in your body, around your body.
Hmm.
Where do you find it?
Like my heart, around my heart.
And as you notice it there, how do you feel toward it?
I feel really I feel really compassionate towards it, and I also feel this sense of like I've really I've really neglected I've really neglected you. I
Yeah.
haven't given you the love that you need. I've like tried to do it and more like in the kind of ways like maybe my parents would do it by like trying to act all big and as if I'm like important, but like actually I didn't really have the modeling of like just someone being able to like just be with me in my
Yeah.
fear, you know,
So
something like
maybe
that.
apologize to it for neglecting it and see how it reacts.
I don't know. I just get this image of like a carved stone wall with water coming down. It's just like it's how does it react? It's like I feel like it's trying to tell me that there's not much that I can do to change it, you know?
We'll just let it know that's not true at all. And we're here to help it, and we can. And check and see if that wall is the part or if it's a protector of the part.
Yeah, it's like a protector.
So let it know it's true. If it hangs around, there's not much we can do. But if it gives us a space, we can heal this little guy so that everybody inside of you can relax.
It wants to say, it's like, it wants to say something like, do you know what it's like to have a savior that comes that's prophesized. He will come, and then he comes. It's a good. That's I think this part is like there's like this connection.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Let them know we get how good that felt to have the Savior come
Yeah.
and
I mean,
how much the one he protects really was dreaming of it.
yeah. I think it's I think that part that old exile is like I don't know. I don't see too many people write about this. You know, I haven't like in a kind of detail that I feel like I want to write about it, but like I only ever took acid like a handful of times, you know, maybe 5 times, something like that when I was a teenager. But those experiences were so like they just changed something in me that definitely like have made it more complicated to figure out to figure out the stuff because there's some old the operating system is like all wrapped up in that, you know?
Yeah, I get all that, but it's not complicated. So just come back to this protector, the wall, and ask if he'll let us go to the scared one now so we can help him.
Yeah, the walls like oh man, there's something back there that's like really it's like really it's really tender. It's really
Yeah,
old.
that's where we want to go. And thank the wall for trusting us a little bit. How are you feeling toward that tenderness?
Scared of it.
Scared of it? And what's the fear?
That it's gonna just like take over.
That it's going to take over?
Yeah, that it's gonna take over, that it's gonna like take over the it's that's just the part. That's just the
Yeah, tell that part. I promise that's not going to happen. Instead, we're just going to help it heal. So see if that part can step back too.
yeah, that part can step back.
Okay, good. How are you feeling toward the tenderness now?
I mean, I feel like a fear. Like I feel a fear towards it. I feel like it's like I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this. This is
Yeah.
like
But what's the fear now?
it's a, it's a I feel like saying like you have no idea what you're messing with. This is not this is not something to mess with.
The,
But once
the
again,
parts
it's like it's
the,
like
the part saying that to you or to me or both of us.
to both of us.
All
To
right.
both of them.
All right. Ask it more about what it thinks we're messing with that we have no idea about.
There's just there's so much in there.
So what
That's what it's like. It's like you think this is this like little part that's there, but there's like a whole network of parts that are all like isolated in these chambers.
Okay. Well, there's work to be done then. We can't do it all today for sure,
Yeah.
but we can start on it.
It's like not even human. It's like I see it like a sea creature, like a mollusk kind of, like it's just
Which is the tender
the
part or
exiled, yeah, the
exiles?
exiled
Okay, okay.
part. Yeah.
But do we have permission from this scared one now too?
Which scared one, Jesus?
The
There's
one
like
who just said we have no idea what we're dealing with.
yeah, 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 we do. Yeah, we do. I mean,
So
I just want you to know there's like I'm seeing like it's like it's like maybe it's almost like trying to distract me. I'm seeing like furniture moving around and I'm seeing like it's like there's a real there's a real concerted effort in my system to not go there. But I think it's okay. I mean I'm not feeling it so much. I'm just noticing. I'm just
yeah,
this
we
part,
tell all these protectors we get there's a lot of fear about going here and that they've kept you away from it your whole life. Well, who knows how long, but we understand that this is a big deal, and so we appreciate the trust. And
Yeah,
if they let us, there's a lot we can change. They don't have to, but if we can heal this stuff, then they'll be freed up to not have to do all this crazy stuff.
there's a book I read to my kids called The Monster at the End of This Book. Do you know that one? It's like a Sesame Street book.
Uh-huh.
You like open it up and it's like, "Hi, don't turn the page. There's a monster at the end of this book."
Right.
Whatever. Anyway. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna focus on this part.
Yeah.
And when I focus on this part, it's like I see all these little, almost like sea anemone tentacles, like those little, the little like, but then there's like a kid in there somewhere
Okay.
who's like been buried in this space for a long time. And if I was gonna tell,
How do you feel toward him?
I feel open and I feel curious. I
All
feel
right.
curious towards him.
And how close are you to him in terms of feet away? Can you tell?
There's like a glass wall between us.
All right. So that's another protector.
Right, of course.
So ask the glass wall to let us connect with him, or else tell us why it's afraid to.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. And glass wall is like,
So can you get to him now? Closer to him?
yeah, I mean, I have this feeling of like I'm scuba diving or something, like I'm
Huh?
like,
Huh?
um,
Good, good. And how close now are you to him?
I'm very close.
Good. And how's he reacting to your being there?
He's like frozen inside. He's in like like encased. He's like looking at me, staring at me, but it's like, what's what happened, man? What happened to you? How'd you end up in down in the down in the ocean and like a mollusk shell as a sea anemone and like you're there, you're like
Well,
all young.
see if he can tell you or show you somehow at this point.
Um, Oh, he's really old. He's like, I'm like seeing, I'm seeing like the 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 early stuff. I'm like seeing the I'm seeing like my parents fighting
Uh-huh.
and going to my like moving into my mom's apartment and being really upset, leaving my dad. It was very destabilizing. It's very destabilizing.
Yeah.
You know, it was like,
To
but he,
learn that you're getting how scary that was to have them fighting and having to leave with your mom.
yeah, I see this image of, there was a movie when I was a kid called The Dark Crystal. It was like a Jim Henson movie, and there's a scene of like the crystal smashing, and as it comes apart, it like goes dark.
Mhm.
I always really related to that movie.
Yeah, so tell them you're getting this
Yeah, I'm getting this. I'm seeing what you're showing me.
and just see if there's more he needs you to feel about it or see or sense. Just stay with it. You're doing great, Sasha.
Um, so- it's hard to talk to someone who's um pre-verbal, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be words. So he can move your body, he can just give you sensations, he can give you images if he's got them, but however he wants to convey, just tell him you're ready. You really want to get what it was like for him.
Yeah. I just want to say like I've always been scared to I mean I've just it's been scared. I've always been scared to go here. So
Again,
uh
just apologize to him that you locked him away all this time because you were scared. It wasn't fair to him.
yeah.
But are you still scared, Sasha, or are you ready?
No, I'm ready.
So tell him you're ready now.
Huh. Huh. Um I'm ready. I'm here now in the future and I I can hold whatever you got.
That's right.
If you've got a whole bunch of pain you've been carrying, like
Mhm.
you can give it to me. You don't
Mhm.
need to hold it anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Does he feel witnessed? Does he feel like you really get how bad it was?
No. I mean, I think he feels it on some level, but I think on some level it's like I get the sense that he's like, you don't you don't really know, you know.
Well,
I
tell him you're ready. Tell him to let you know
yeah, okay.
much as he needs.
I mean, I think when you've been someplace for so long, you've gotten so used to it. I think it's hard to just switch out of it. I mean, how did we even get here? I'm like, how did we get back there? This the fear of death. Right, right.
Yeah, go with that.
Yeah, fear of Oh, it's very deep, it's very deep. This, like how am I gonna stand here before you and tell you that I'm not scared on some level, you know? Like that's the it's a it's a real driving force.
So who's saying that? Is that coming from that boy, or is it somewhere coming from somewhere else?
No, no, that's me. I mean that's like I'm trying to like explain why it's like it wouldn't be such a dramatic thing where I have to get so big if there wasn't such an intense
Yeah,
fear,
yeah.
you know?
So tell him you get that. Tell him you get the fear is really, really intense. The terror of death is really intense.
Because then I have another part, I have to like a different part that's just like, hey, don't worry about it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like it's all gonna work out. Like we don't have to.
Now that one needs to step out right now. You need
Yeah.
to get back to the boy
Mm. Yeah.
and tell me when you're back there with him.
Hey, you gotta understand, like, there's so much self-hatred.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm just saying it's there. It's not, it's like, there's,
So ask him about that. Why does he hate himself so much?
because I'm so small and weak,
Okay.
you know? So
Does
I'm
that
so,
make does that make sense, Sasha, that he would feel that?
yeah,
So just stay with that for a while until he feels witnessed about that too.
right. So weak. Yeah. I just have to say, it's like we're trying to reach this exile, but there's all these other parts, you know? Like there's a like I just see like the narrative that I've told, the stories that I've told, how I learned to like tell a story to make things all better.
Yeah.
And that's how I've like dealt with it is by telling a story. And then this is important. I mean, it's like because we're trying to reach this, I'm trying to reach this young exile, but there's like an architecture of like strategies that I've developed to like soothe this part. And, like if I can tell a story about how hard my childhood was or whatever, and other people can read it, then I feel like that part feels seen and soothed somehow, you
Yeah.
know?
We get that. But tell the parts, the narrating parts, the storytellers, this is a different way to help them. And we appreciate how hard they work to do it. But they need to give us the space to get them out of there
Yeah.
and then see if you can get back to them.
Could you remind me what like so I'm like
Well, he was talking about his self hate because he was weak and powerless. and also about the terror.
But do you see that like he's talking about his self-hate, but it's like it's not just him. There's like a whole they're all it's not just like we can't just like take this piece and pull him out. There's like he's connected to like the self-hate. There's the parts that are like
Yeah,
self-hating, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Yeah, we'll get as many out as we can, but there's more work you're going to have to do
Yeah.
after this. This is just somehow you've opened a whole door to a cluster of other parts that all need healing that have been beneath all this. So this is just a start on this whole new cluster.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can you get back to him?
Mm. I gotta say, like, I feel like what he's trying to tell me is that he's like that I can't reach him the way that this other part could reach him, you know?
I don't know if he is he saying that or is the other part saying that?
I don't know. I mean, it feels like that he's like isn't he's he doesn't feel like so impressed to be talking to me. I'm showing up, you know? And he's like, you know, like where's the like
Yeah, that's the way exiles are a lot in the beginning. Like, fuck you, where have you been?
yeah,
I've been relying on these other guys.
yeah, exactly.
So that's fine. You're going to have to earn his trust. Okay.
Yeah.
But let's do this. Let's have you go into that time period and be with him back there in the way he needed somebody. And just tell me when you're back there with him.
Okay, we're back at my mom's apartment right when we first moved.
Okay.
I'm 3 years old.
Okay.
Uh,
And how are you being there with him?
it's so interesting how how it's like I'm having a hard time doing this. I'm like trying to be there with him, but it feels like they're like ghosts like in another realm or something, and I can't actually go back there. It's weird. But
Those
that's
are, those are just protectors. Just
huh.
yeah,
Yeah,
just don't give them too much power. Just tell them you can do this. Just be a little firm with them.
okay.
You're used to blending with them, so it's a big change.
Yeah, I want to be, you know, I want him to know that I'm there. I mean, I want him to, but it's really, this is really tough for me because I mean, I think there have been other points where I've been like, it was easier to access this stuff, but now I'm trying to access it it's hard to access my childhood, you know? Even though I'm right here, I'm like fucking right here in one of these like
It's only hard because the protectors are afraid to let you do it. You just gotta, you don't have a lot of time left, so you just have to reassure them that you can handle it, that you're not a scared little kid anymore, and you can handle this. So again, go back there with them.
Mm.
Are you there? It's okay.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm holding him. I mean, I'm holding him. He's like, there was like these fork marks in the table for
Uh-huh.
years that I like made because I was so upset. I'm holding him. I mean,
How's he reacting?
he's like, he's letting me do it. It's like
Oh,
it's
good,
the only
good.
thing that I can think to do.
That's all you need to do. Just hold him. Just let him know he's not alone with all this, that you're there.
Yeah. It's scary.
You're doing great. Just keep reassuring the parts that are scared that you can do this. That it's really important that he feels your presence this way. So he knows he's not alone with all this terror.
Yeah, okay.
Is he
Thank you.
starting to trust he's not alone?
Yeah, yeah,
Good.
yeah. He's starting to feel like he knows I'm there.
And ask if there's anything he needs you to do with him or for him before we take him to a safe place.
I mean, he just has so much rage, you know? He's just like he's so angry and scared.
Yeah, let him know it's okay to let you know about his rage
Yeah.
and see if he wants you to do anything to demonstrate that to the mother or the father or anybody.
No, he just wants to be seen, you know? He just wants
Yeah.
to be taken care of. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah. Well,
I,
tell him that's why you're there. That's what's going to happen now, from now on. Now that you found him, you're going to see him and you're going to take care of him.
yeah, okay.
How's he reacting?
He's happy. He's happy about it.
And see if he's ready to leave with you.
Oh, he's ready to leave.
All right. All right, Sasha. So let's see where he wants to go. It could be to your home or to you right there in New York, or it could be to a fantasy place of his choice.
But I feel like he just wants to go back to my dad's house, you know? But, it, you know, that I don't know if that's what makes sense.
Yeah, tell him that we can actually take him out of that time to a much safer time. and where you can take care of him
Mhm.
and see if he's up for that.
It's like, you want to come live with me and my family? It's like it's complicated in a different way.
Yeah,
I think like he just wants me, like he just wants like presence. You just
good.
want to be seen.
All right, so bring him right to you and tell
Yeah.
him when he's there.
Mm. Man, he's uh he's holding a lot of stuff. He's a complicated kid.
Yeah, but is he there with you?
He is.
Yeah, so tell him he never has to go back, and you're going to be taking care of him now. And see if he's ready to unload all the feelings and beliefs he got back there now that he's safe with you.
It, it doesn't feel so simple.
Oh,
It doesn't feel so simple. It doesn't feel like it's like letting go of all the things, letting go of all the things, you know,
what? What's the fear?
what's his, what's his mom? What's his dad? What's his, like, does he get to still be with them? Like, what is the, like, what, like, that, that's what's,
Hey,
that's what he's scared of.
that's okay. Does he feel like he has to carry all this to be connected to them, or what's the thinking there?
He's fucking 3 years old. He wants his mom and dad.
Of course, but he needs to get that you can take care of him now in the way that they didn't. He's not going to be alone,
Yeah.
that you're a good alternative to them.
Yeah, you would think so. You would think that I would be a good alternative. It just happens to be that I'm like the grown-up version of me is like when it comes down to it, like at the moment, I feel like I guess I'm blended with my old parts that don't feel like I don't like
All right.
this.
So if that's true, let him know that you're not the greatest caretaker either right now, but you're going to work on that so you can be. and he can stay there with you while you do that.
That feels right.
And so he doesn't have to unload this stuff now. He could wait until he trusts that you're a good alternative. But just see if there's anything like the terror that he would like to let go of now. He doesn't have to.
Okay, hold on. It's it's not it's honestly, there's too many there's like layers of protectors, you know,
Don't want him to unload it.
that don't want him to unload it.
Okay, we can wait.
I mean,
No,
I'm just that's like if
yeah, no, that's
if I
fine.
was ready, I would do it, but
No,
I'm
I
like,
get that. Just
yeah,
tell them we'll respect their pace with it.
yeah.
Here's a possibility though. Just see if they'd be up for letting him take it out of his body and keep it in a box so it's there if they need it. But it doesn't have to be in him and harming him.
Okay, we moved all the terror and a bunch of bad feelings into into a box,
Great.
and he feels much better. Suddenly he feels way happier. And then what are we doing with this box?
I don't know what do you want to do with the
I
box.
don't know, man.
Well, see what the protectors want done with it.
Get rid of it. There's no one wants it.
All right.
No one wants it.
All right. So light, water, fire, wind, earth, anything.
Yeah. Yeah, let's burn it. Let's burn it. We'll burn it. I'll burn
Set
it.
up a fire and
I
tell
was like,
them,
I literally was thinking like, oh, shit, what am I gonna do with this box?
right,
I'm gonna have to carry it around. No, I'll just get rid of it.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
into the fire.
into the fire. And it goes, and he's doing much better. But I'll tell you, like, and I feel like, I can take care of this kid to my best of my ability.
Uh-huh.
But what what's really clear to me sitting here with you and like doing this exercise is like there's unmapped, uncharted stuff that's like trying to like there's parts that just like really wanna that like it's like it was very interesting to have this kid be like, wait, who you're not the one that comes
Right,
here and
right.
um which is probably how my dad, like, my dad was kind of this larger than life character.
Uh-huh.
And, but to cut to the chase, because I know we're like, we're like at time here. It's like I have, I like, I think because I just went through this experience and I'm in the more depressive
Mhm.
realm of it, I just am like acutely aware of a bunch of ways I feel bad about myself that I'm blended with, and I can kind of unblend from them, but it's not getting to self energy and being able to be super present without those parts. At the moment, it's tricky.
That's okay. He just feels better. So tell him if he wants now, he can invite qualities into his body and see what comes in.
You want strength.
So tell him to invite that in.
Yeah. He wants strength. He wants love. Like he wants to be seen,
Yeah.
you know? Is that a quality?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know? Um, yeah. I mean,
So how's he doing now?
it's good. He's sitting around, sitting over my shoulders. He's like, he's happy. We're gonna be hanging out a bunch.
Good, good.
Yeah.
It's really important that you do follow up with them. But before we stop, invite in all these protectors, including the sort of manic guy, to see that they don't need to protect him. They may need to still protect other parts, but just see how they react.
They feel they feel good about not protecting him and it's like he's come over to the other side,
Right?
you know?
Yeah.
Um, and what I see in my head is like, I don't know what part of me this is. I don't know if it's self, but I really want to. It's like we talked about the operating system. I want to understand these parts better. I want to understand these protector parts better so that I can like know what to do with them and get blended from them quickly. And
Yeah. And tell them you can help them unburden too when the time is right, as they feel freed up to not have to protect that way.
yeah, okay.
But tell them for today, we so appreciate the trust they had in us to let us do this because I know it was so scary to do.
Yeah. They feel that. I mean, there's like there's a kind of understanding that what we just did was really important.
Yeah,
And
it
so,
was.
yeah, and you know, that fear, I mean, just like the fear, the fear is really intense. There's
Yeah.
like that's like that that's I and I feel it. I've been feeling it, like just being in this in this in this town. I mean, I just it's like an old
Mhm.
it's it it's exiled parts that feel like,
That's right.
oh, we're here, and my relationship to self is like, I mean, I guess I'd say it like this. I'd love to hear what, your thought on it. I feel like I was relying so heavily on this like self-like part that I'm back where I am, but I don't my sense of self, I don't feel I don't feel self-led as I would like to.
Yeah, that was clear. And so there's still a lot of work to do. But this was a big deal, and it's gonna, we have what we call a pickle principle, which means when you open a jar of pickles, the first one you get out is hard, but after that, it's a lot easier. And that's true with these kinds of exiles. When they see that it pays off to let you do it, then they're much more apt the next time.
That's very cool. Yeah. I think this is the thing that occurred to me while I was in the midst of that, and I was trying saying something about it. My protector system is like it it does great things. I mean, like like it totally I do really good stuff because I have this like complex
Yeah,
protector system,
yeah,
you know? So how do I get it to step back when it just wants to come in and narrate and be like, oh, and we're writing a story, and then me and Dick were doing this, and Dick said this, and it's like, no, 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 just let it go. Like,
yeah. That's the thing is it can be an advisor, but it needs to trust you to lead. That's all. Just a shift in responsibility.
yeah, totally. And I know well, listen, I really appreciate it. It's
I'm
like
really
a
glad
very,
we could do it. And think about whether you can let me use this to teach because I think it'd be very valuable.
I'm
Uh,
curious, like, how would you use it? Like, I mean, and I'm totally down. I'm an exhibitionist, I'm happy to share my, but
I think it's a good example of the dynamics in manic depression and psychotic stuff. Um, that it's all just about these kinds of exiles and what are we going to do with them. And so I think it's a great example of that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, of course that feels good to me because I want to be helpful. That's why I'm here. And like I said, in the midst of my whole intense process, I wrote a book and I'm gonna send it to you at some point and you can
Good.
check it out. You're a main character.
Okay. All right, my friend. So uh, look at the video, show it to your therapist, keep it going, and let me know about the impact.
Okay, I
All
sure
right.
will. I sure will. All right, thanks a lot, Dick.
All right, Sasha.
All right,
Bye.
bye.